Hey kids! Another great way to earn some points in class is to solve challenge problems. And I've got a whole list of them. Let's take a look. You'll find them in Classroom. So here's Google Classroom. We'll go into your class, your geometry class. I'm going to go over to the About tab. And then down here, we've got Phillips Exeter Problem Set 2. You open it up, there's your list. So here are the problems. Well, what do you need to do with them to get credit? And how should you do it to get the most credit possible? In order to get credit for these problems, or solving these problems, and to get the most credit possible, I want you to demonstrate or show that you're following this 4-step problem solving method. Not only is the 4-step problem solving method a great way to approach problems, but it's also a great way to present your work. It's also something that a lot of you probably do already. The 4 steps are: 1. Understand the problem. 2. Make a plan. 3. Execute the plan. 4. Check your answer. Let's take a look at the problem that we're going to be working on throughout the rest of this example. Instead of walking alongside two sides of understanding the problem involves, first, knowing what you know. What information were you given in the problem? 2, what is it you're trying to find? 3, what kinds of things might you need to get from what you know to what you want to know? We know that there's a rectangular field. We know that there's a long way around. We also know that cutting through the middle of the field along this diagonal will save us some time. Oftentimes a problem will give you not just some things you know and don't know, but also some relationships. And here, we're going to take those relationships and write them out as equations. Now we need to decide, what is it we're trying to find? We're trying to find the length of the long side. Next, is there anything else that's going to help us along the way? Well, I see a right triangle. The Pythagorean theorem comes into play. Now we need to make a plan. Tell your reader about it. Now in this case, since we have 2 unknowns and we have 2 equations, we're going to set up a system of equations to solve it. Now we execute the plan. So I'm not going to go into a lot of details. One thing I will say, you want to show enough work so that your reader can follow it easily. You want to label all calculations. If you're calculating something, you're doing it for a reason. Tell your reader before you start. Once you get to your final answer, make sure you write out that final answer in a complete sentence. And make sure that somehow you tell your reader that this is your final answer. Finally, you need to check your answer. Show your reader that you know your answer is correct because you double-checked it some way. Yes, you want to go through and show that you followed all 4 steps. The first 3 steps, you don't always do them in order. You might understand the problem, but you may miss something. There may be tools that would help you that you don't think of right away. 2. When you're making a plan, sometimes you're just thinking of something you could do with the given information. Just do something. The thing you come up with after you've executed your plan might be helpful. You go back to step 1 and you're understanding the problem a little better. Then you make a new plan. You might execute a plan and it doesn't lead to anything. Making a plan, executing a plan, you might go through those 2 steps over and over and over again. This is what problem solving is like. Problem solving can be frustrating, but in the end, it makes it all that much more rewarding. It's something everyone can do. I'm more than happy to help you out with it. Helping people solve problems is my favorite thing to do, and the more you do it, the better you get at it. I really encourage everyone to try out at least a few problems. Don't give up right away because it's difficult. The more you stick with it, the better it gets. Enjoy.